Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button to stay inspired to rise up above these narcissists. So if you clicked on this video, you want to learn more on how you can stop allowing what the narcissist says about you, or if they are triangulating you, right, with the new supply, and they're talking bad about you, or maybe they're putting out negative things about you on social media, and they're talking bad to you to family members, right? At the end of the day, how can you deal with that? How can you cope with if the narcissist is creating a smear campaign on you? That's what this YouTube video is going to be about, and this is what I want to bring light onto you guys about, and try to help you guys to understand how you can cope with if the narcissist is spreading a smear campaign about your name to other people. If you're new to my channel, I used to be in an 18 years narcissistic abusive relationship. My ex is the father of my child, so I still have to, gray rock kind of, if you want to call it, communicate with this person, but as little as possible. That's what gray rock means, is you communicate with that person as little as possible, have not much communication with them. I haven't seen my narcissist in physical person in a year and a half because my daughter is older, she's bigger, so at the end of the day, like, he picks her up at his mom's house, so I don't have to really communicate with my narcissist. But at the same time, when things first happened, he was smearing my name. He was, talking bad to me, to my family members, or, he was talking bad to my daughter, right? How did I cope with that? And I'm pretty sure he talked bad to me about me to his new supply, but I don't know that, right? I was not triangulated where, like, the new supply was, talking to me or telling me what my ex said. She never talked to me once, so I'm thankful for that. But he did talk smack to my daughter. He still to this day talks smack to my daughter about me. He literally talks bad about me to his family members or to my family members. He used to. Thankfully, things have got a lot better, and he doesn't do this anymore. But he still, when he gets upset, talks smack to my daughter about me. But how do I cope with it? How do I deal with it? So the biggest tip number one I can share with you on how I coped with him talking bad about me to my daughter, or to anybody else, was understanding hurt people. At the end of the day, the narcissist, no matter how much they put on a show, no matter how much they show you that they have this new life and it's great, it's magnificent, at the end of the day, they are still hurt within themselves because they don't know how to heal. They never want to heal, and they'll always find things outside of them to mask whatever they've been through inside of life, so they'll never be healed. And a healed person will always find other ways when they're angry, they're frustrated, they're sad, whatever, to be vindictive, to hurt somebody else. Because then they'll see that, okay, I'm not alone. And then when they do that, that brings pleasure, and I know it sounds sick, but it brings pleasure and enjoyment to them, that they see they have power and control and they can affect somebody else. So at the end of the day, hurt people always hurt people. At the end of the day, if that narcissist was truly, truly happy, then they wouldn't have zero time to talk shit about you, try to be vindictive, or do anything to actually hurt you. So I came to realize that if he's hurt, that doesn't mean that I have to be affected by it. That doesn't mean that I have to allow his inner darkness and his own inner insecurities and childhood traumas and hurt affect me. I have control over my mind. I have control over my emotions. And this person when that person is no longer in your life anymore, they should have zero access to your mind, to your emotions, to control you any longer than they already did when you were with them. So that's number one. That's tip number one, that how I allowed, that person smear campaign not to affect me anymore. is to understand that he or she is just hurt. And at the end of the day, they want to hurt me. And I have the power, tip number 2, you have the power to say, am I going to allow this person to control me, manipulate me, and hurt me, and gaslight me, right? Any longer than they already did when I was with them. If you are no longer with that narcissist, they should not have that much power over your mind, over your emotions, over, the way you see yourself, the way you view yourself, how you allow other people to see you. They should no longer, they left you or you left them. Why? Regardless or not, it's because it wasn't working out, right? So they should no longer have access to you, period. This is why zero contact is so important, to lock them off and not block them off from their negativity from affecting you. So that's tip number 2, right? Tip number 3 is understanding, right, that nobody has the right to judge you based off of what anybody else has to say. And that's a you thing. With this tip number 3 has to do with you, the listener, the person who is taking and listening to all the shit that narcissist is talking to your family members, your friends, your child, whatever. At the end of the day, right? It's all with you to see that if you know who you are, it shouldn't give a fuck. It shouldn't even matter what other people are saying about you. Because you stand in your power and you know who you are. And that's why I said it's a you thing. Because only you can stand in your power to know who you are as a person and not allow anybody else to come and pass judgment on you, have something to say about what you've been through because you're the one that went through it, or have anything to say about where you're at right now. At the end of the day, it's your journey. You're walking in your shoes. Ain't nobody, not your family member, not your friends, not your kid. Nobody is going to be walking in your shoes but you. So that's why I said it's a you thing, to understand that no matter what somebody says about you and no matter what they think, it doesn't really matter. What matters is how you see yourself. What matters is how you show up for yourself. What matters is how you feel about yourself. So that's tip number 3, right? Not allowing their opinions and their judgments to affect you. Because at the end of the day, you know who you are. You know what you're going through, right? You know what you've been through with them, right? Tip number 4 is understanding that no matter what the narcissist does, no matter what the people around them, are saying and talking, the end of the day, that narcissist has standing in the facts to understand that narcissist has one motive, and that is to break you. Understanding to stand in the facts, right, of understanding who that person is, what that person is trying to do. And when you stand in the facts and understanding what they're trying to do is break you, and you already know why they're doing what they're doing, because us as victims, sometimes we sit there and we go, why me? Why is this person doing this to me? Like, I love them so much. I treat them so good. I did everything. Because it ain't about you. It's about them. It's about them having a motive to break you. Doesn't matter how good you treat them. It doesn't matter all what you did for them. In their eyes, they have one motive and one motive only, and that's to break you. Because it brings them empowerment. It builds their ego to know that they have so much power over you. So when you stand in the facts and knowing that their attempts and knowing what how their mind works and what they're trying to do to you, you could stand in your facts to be like, hell to the mother. No, that I'm not going to allow this person to break me. You ain't going to break me. Either or. You left them or they left you. It doesn't matter. They're no longer in your life no more. They should have zero access to break you down to your core and make you feel less than what you already are. If you're listening to this, you're a king. If you're a man, you're a king. If you're listening to your woman, you're a queen. We are God's greatest creation. There's nothing in this world that we can't do or have in this world, but we are our biggest enemies. We are our biggest limitations. And those people, those narcissists, come into our lives to teach us valuable lessons about self that we need to learn, to stop taking, all what's happening around us to, being a victim. At the end of the day, life doesn't happen to you, life happens for you. Valuable lessons come with every encounter you have with this narcissist. Every encounter that I encounter with my narcissist, even if it's the most messed up, experience, I turn around and say, okay, great. What was this person trying to teach me today? Cause I know this mother didn't just come try to mess up my day or try to get at me for no reason. There's a valuable lesson I needed to learn from him in order to move on going forward today. Or it was teaching me something to elevate me. And when you can look at life in a perspective like that life is not happening to you, life's happening for you, that every experience that you experience with those narcissists were there to teach you something about self, you could take all that energy that you keep putting out on them and put on yourself. That's how you start healing. That's how you become powerful. That's how you become elevated above those narcissists. And that's how you can rise up and wise up from your situation and heal and become the best damn version of yourself. Because that's what I did, y'all. And take it from me, it's got me to a leveled up to a certain point where it's just like, wow, I'm grateful for all what that toxic person put me through. I'm grateful for every experience that I experienced. And then you can become the strongest version of yourself for your family members, for your kids, and not just for them, but for you. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to come and save you from your situation. All you got in this world is you and you alone, right? So yourself is waiting for you to show up for yourself. And we start that today. Especially if you're watching this video is directed for you. Directed for you. If you're watching this video, this message is directed for you. And it's time to say to yourself, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to take the knowledge that I keep hearing from TikTok, from watching YouTube videos, from reading, whatever, from life itself, and say, okay, now it's time for me to invest all my energy into me and wake up to what the outside world is trying to teach me. So I hope that this video is not just give you great tips, but has inspired you, has moved you, has motivated you to wise up and rise up inside of your life. You guys, this is a movement. I'm starting a movement. You are going to see the Wise Up, Rise Up community is going to be worldwide. You're going to hear that name in millions of people's mouth screaming, wise up, rise up, wise up, rise up. Because at the end of the day, when you become wiser, it all starts with up here. When you become wiser, that's when you see your life starting to elevate. From the knowledge that you learn to implement it into your life, you start growing. And before you even know it, you're like, holy shit, I'm healed. Because why? You took all that knowledge and you start implementing it into self. So again, thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for supporting the Wise Up, Rise Up community. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Leave me your comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. If there's a specific video that you want me to make directly for your situation, leave it in the comments. I will make a video for you, right? Because again, I want to help so many people to wise up and rise up inside of their lives. So with that being said as well, you guys, join the Wise Up, Rise Up community today. I'm going to be dropping an amazing podcast on my podcast channel. It's called the Wise Up, Rise Up podcast. It's on Anchor. It's on Spotify. I'm also going to put up 2 new videos. I put up 2 new videos every day on TikTok to keep you inspired, to keep you motivated. Go check that out as well. All the links is going to be left in the comment for you to join the Wise Up, Rise Up community. If you ever want to book a one-on-one time with me, for me to inspire you and help you one-on-one to wise up and rise up inside of your life, the link is also inside of my Instagram. I'll leave that in the comments as well, my link tree, where you could book a one-on-one session with me. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for, allowing me to help you to wise up and rise up inside of your life. Thanks so much for joining you guys, and I'll see you guys again on another video.